on wildlife in the garden, particularly the hedgehogs at night. So I thought I'd get another Wi-Fi camera, another wildlife camera, so I can look at it from different angles. So there's a thing there about doing a review or something probably. Here's the camera. Comes in a plastic bag. Nice sturdy plastic clips. You haven't got the little fiddly loops to worry about on that one. That's quite good, I like that. And here's where the batteries go. And it's marked plus and minus, but you can also tell from the springs. There's where the micro SD card goes. And here is the on-off switch, which is marked test on-off, and so on. Here's the instruction booklet, which will tell me how to use it. I suspect it may be very similar to ones I've had before. And I noticed that one of the things you can get is a solar panel to power it, although I don't suppose it would recharge the batteries. Here is a data lead, an A to micro B data lead. That's to enable you to plug the camera into a computer to transfer data. And here is a strap for connecting it to a post or a tree or something. And what else have we got in here? There's a little metal plate and a bracket. So this is another way of attaching it. You can use the bracket, and it's got, of course, a tripod screw in the bottom, so you can use it with a tripod in the garden. I normally use them with a tripod in the garden, but this one is at least initially going to be strapped to my clothesline post, and probably looking at the bird feeder to start with, because I haven't got anything looking at the bird feeder at the moment. I'd like to know which birds are feeding, and then later on it'll go to look at the hedgehogs and other stuff on the ground. So here are the instructions. Let's have a quick look. Packing list, function overview. Let's have a quick look at the packing list just to make sure that we're happy with everything being included. Yes, everything that should be in there. Oh, hex key. There should be a hex key. Where's the hex key gone? No hex key unless it's in here. Yes, it's in here. It's in with the bracket. So that's right. So that's for tightening up the bracket so that it doesn't swivel around, because these things obviously are designed to be an adjustable angle, and if you tighten them up you can reduce the probability of it swiveling around when you don't want it to. They can be a bit tricky, these things, but we maybe give that a go at some point. So just a quick shot of all the bits. I'm going to need to obviously remove the protective film from here and here before I put the thing into use, and from down here as well, for the various sensors and lights and stuff.
You do the various setup tasks by putting it into test mode.
To set it all up, you press menu to go into menu, and then you've got things you can change like the PIR interval and level, which infrared lamps you're using and stuff like that, and you navigate through the menu by just pressing the down button. So set the clock, set the language, that sort of thing. So we'll just set the clock. That's obviously something I'm going to need to do. So click OK to go into setting the clock. It says 2021, which is correct. It says January, which is not. So we'll just put it onto March. Decided to put this camera on a tripod, and I've just noticed how conveniently these two little ridges here make it fit on the mounting shoe for my tripod. So that's good, because it means the camera won't twist round and it'll stay the direction it's pointing in.
I hadn't realised we still had a rat in our garden, and a very welcome visitor he is too, because he eats slugs and snails. We also get some very unwelcome vermin. I'm not quite sure what to do about them. So this is one of our regular hedgehog visitors. I'm not quite sure why this one's looking... Oh, I know why this one's looking a bit blurred. I hadn't taken the plastic off the lens at this point in time. I've taken all the other bits of plastic off, but not actually off the lens. Anyway, here he is coming around to look for some food. I'll have to have a look and see if I've got some better hedgehog shots to use later. And here's one of our jackdaw visitors. And here he is moving. So he's finishing off the hedgehog food. Again, I haven't taken the plastic off the lens yet, but in the next shot I think I have. And this is the same. This is the blackbird. That's the same day. But here we have some starlings and a single starling on its own. So one one of the things I found pointing at the bird feeders is they swing around and they tend to trigger the camera all the time, but that's a good action shot of one of our starlings.